What's going on YouTube? James here. Welcome back to James Talks Movies, where today I'm going to be doing a review for the newest sci-fi movie that has came out in movie theaters recently called Mickey 17. This is a movie about a disposable human, basically, who gets tasked to popularize a planet, but they have a plan. Every time that this person dies when failing a task on this planet, they are able to regenerate him and kind of create another version of himself. And all of these different variations of this human, Mickey, is played by Robert Pattinson. One of the times there was a miscommunication. One of the variations of Mickey dies, but he didn't actually die. They thought he died, but they really were mistaken. But they created a new version anyways. But there is now a problem where there is two Mickeys floating around. Mickey 17 and Mickey 18. And so that is the main conflict of the movie. And you have Mark Ruffalo in here, Tony Collette, Stephen Yen, and many others in here. And you have Mark Ruffalo kind of playing the captain of this spaceship organization that Mickey is on. Mickey and lots of the other characters are on when living on when trying to popularize this planet. And he's this very over the top, very cynical. He thinks he knows he's doing the right thing for the community, for the people on the ship. But really, he's just screwing things up, and not really making the best, most wise decisions. And so overall, I really thought going into this movie, with the positive reception and the cool, interesting concept, that we got from this movie. I was expecting a really nice film that was going to have really good social commentary on kind of the government and kind of how they can sometimes be a little over controlling and kind of just make decisions that are not entirely the best, and also some characters with like more moral dilemmas, with like Mickey trying to figure out like how he wants to live his life, and the two Mickeys can learn from each other, to try to come up with just how to live their life more to the fullest, or something like that. I don't really know. But I was expecting more of like a more social commentary and movie, and more of like a more of just like a cohesive story in that front. But that is definitely not what we get. I am in the minority in this movie. I did not think that this film was that good. I think that, for one, all the acting, I think, was done pretty well. Robert Pattinson is Robert Pattinson. He does a real good job at playing multiple versions of himself. And he's not just playing the same character in each variation. He definitely tries to give each variation of himself a little bit more of a different character, different character traits, and kind of motivations, and that kind of makes it interesting. Mark Ruffalo, like I said, he definitely brings his A game over the top performance, and basically kind of what the director of the movie Bong Joon-ho, I'm sorry if I'm butchering his name, but the director of the movie really wanted with that character. By the way, I've never seen a Bong Joon-ho movie before, so this is my first venture into his filmography. I know that he directed the movie Parasite, which won Best Picture. I haven't checked that one out or any of his other films, so this was my first venture into his filmography, and like I said, it was a very disappointing venture into forced venture into his film work. But let me get more into what I liked about the film before I get into what I didn't like about the film. I think also, on top of all the acting from Mark Ruffalo, Robert Pattinson, and all the other guys, I think that the cinematography as well in here was very well done, very well showed the world, and just really showed emotion from all the characters very well within that cinematography, and kind of made it more big and epic, and again kind of brought the vision to life. I felt like the director was trying to bring. I just didn't really care for it. The stunt work and the choreography within all the shots and the way that it's framed as well was all very well done. The CGI, the CGI was very well done. So the craftsmanship and the acting all around was very interesting, at least, and kind of was the thing that kind of kept my attention going to kind of see where it was going and stuff like that. Lots of creative creatures and stuff like that. But the problem is they just have so many ideas in this movie that they just don't know what to do with them. Um, and um, and it's not like I think if they really tried to kind of make more of a cohesive script, they could have balanced a lot of these ideas they had in the film a lot more cohesively. The tone of this movie is all over the place. It is a mess. This movie tries to balance comedy and drama at times to kind of get to know a little about these characters. And obviously, if it's done well, it can be done really well, especially with a little bit of action and sci-fi elements like this movie had. I feel like it would have been really fun. But it just doesn't do it in a very good way where it's trying to just be really like overly sentimental, but also have these weird jokes in here to try to lighten the mood when they shouldn't really be there. And also the pacing of the movie does not really help. I think the title card, the Mickey 17 title card before the main action ends up in the movie, doesn't pop up for at least 10 to 15 minutes in the movie, which is a really, really long intro for a movie that just makes you worried for the rest of the pacing of the movie, that it was just gonna go really, really slow. There's not a lot of world building in this film. They introduce, like I said, interesting creatures, and just kind of what the creatures are like and stuff like that. But we don't really get to know where they came from, what they're like, or kind of even what to see, what this planet looks like, and kind of where they live in this planet, and just stuff like that. that just doesn't really make it that interesting. There is a lot of exposition in this movie, lots of telling on what's happening, just simple telling on what's happening, and not exploring anything deeper from just going through the beats of what they want to convey in the movie. And yeah, so overall, and not the, and also I think that there are a lot of moments in here that just were really unnecessary. There's a couple sex scenes in here that I felt were kind of, again, if they were able to go kind of deeper into the plot points of characters and stuff like that, I feel like it would have been justified to know why some of these scenes happen. But there's some nudity scenes in here that I just felt like kind of took off the pacing a little bit. I feel like there was just a lot of gross out stuff in here that just I was just maybe just because lots of the things weren't justified. I was kind of like, why was it in here? Lots of throw up, lots of guts, and just not like actiony at all. Even this movie is not as action packed as I would have liked. It's very bland in its action, which also doesn't make lots of this gross out blood stuff in the movie that interesting to watch. And maybe it's because I ate right before I watched the movie, but it wasn't really that pleasant to watch at times. And I was just kind of weirded out. It's kind of hard to explain if you guys haven't seen the movie. But yeah, that's just how I felt. But anyways, guys, that is just what I thought of Mickey 17. What did you guys think of Mickey 17? I heard a lot of you guys like Mickey 17. So, if you want to share all your thoughts on the movie, I would greatly appreciate it, so we can have a nice discussion in the comments about the film. Also, when you're down in the comments, if you have any movie suggestions for me, let me know them as well, so that maybe if you leave your suggestions, I can check them out and then come back on here and tell you my opinion if a movie is worth watching or not. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification button after you subscribe so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.